Hello and welcome to Las Palmas. I am the Metzala, my name is Ryan, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, which is going to be mainly Football Manager content. There may be some other stuff further down the line, but for now it's just going to be FM19. So, to start my first save on the channel, I have chosen Las Palmas in the Spanish second division. Just started the save now, so we can go through things and outline my plans together. So I don't usually go to these, so I'll just skip these. So I haven't actually looked at the club as of yet, so I don't. All of it's going to be a surprise, and I'm going to see it with you now. So let's have a look at things. First thing I want to look at, let's have a look at the finances. Let's see what's going on there. So we've got 20 more million in the bank. That's not too bad. How much we're paying out in wages? Seems like a lot. 4 key players, 11 first team. That's not too bad, I suppose. Let's have a look. I should also explain why Las Palmas. On FM15, I believe, Las Palmas was a save that I really loved, so I decided that I'd revisit them in the future, and I think this is a good club to start this channel off with and start a video on. So I don't know, I don't think they're too well fancied in the division this year. I know they finish around mid-table in real life, or expected to gain promotion there. Not sure how. When I'd expect to be up around the top here anyway, just because I would expect to do things in my first season. Maybe not get promoted straight away, but at least challenge. Season preview. So really? So we're expected to be third. Malaga clear favourites. Deportivo second favourites. That's interesting. I didn't realise that they would be so favoured. So let's go and have a look at what tactic I like to play. I think I'll create something brand new rather than go and load something that I've created in the past. I think that's everybody's choice, isn't it? Everyone that I watch on YouTube or everyone that I see tends to go for this kind of shape. I mean, I suppose we're doing this the wrong way around. We'll have a look at the squad first and see who fits in where and what fits and what doesn't. So I have my own squad view that I like to use. I'm probably going to tweak this section of it because I like to focus on key attributes. A few key attributes to when I'm looking for players. So I think some attributes that I think that are important. This is based on my on my journeyman save, my private save. I'm currently at Malmo in Sweden. So these are the things that I've been looking at to buy youth players and more developed players. So I might switch these around because I think in the Spanish division, technique is more. It's probably going to be better than in most divisions, I would say. I don't know whether that's an assumption that's going to ring true or not, but I feel like just Spanish football in general stands out to me as being very short passing kind of. There's not an awful lot of Stokes in Spanish football. So yeah, let's have a look at the goalkeepers we have. Let's have a look. I like to do things this way just so you can isolate. So we haven't got very many goalkeepers. I like to tick this box as well. No, not yet. Anyway, because we're all on holiday, obviously. So they're fairly old. So the older guy, he's the first team. He's on the most money. So let's have a look at him. Sweeper keeper. Not too bad. I mean, he's okay. These attribute colours need changing, I would say, to be fair. 10. I was experimenting with a save with Manchester United, which is my team that I support, so I'd upped the values a little bit, so I'll probably tweak them. He looks like a decent enough keeper though. Yeah, he's better than him immediately. He's okay backup, I suppose. I don't really normally like to have more than 2 keepers in the squad, so he's not very happy apparently. Poor morale. And I took out defenders. So we've got quite a few of those. Oh, one thing standing out to me there. Look how much money is he on. He's on pretty much double everyone else is making. And why is that? He's not the best, according to the assistant. Not even close. So why the hell is he earning twice as much as everybody else? He might be a tough one to get rid of. Might have to. What are we like for left backs? Della Bella, Castellano. Oh, I used to, when I played this save on FM15. I had a player called Castellano. Don't think he was a left back though. I wonder if he's any relation. Javi. Ah, he's still here. Oh my god. That's great. He was a brilliant player for me on the other save. Oh, that's good. So let's have a look at his brother. He's kind of solid all round, I suppose. He's pretty good full-back, wing-back. I like to play wing-backs more than full-backs. He's decent crossing, decent natural fitness, stamina, woodwork rate, positioning. Yeah, it's pretty decent. What about this guy, the big earner? I mean, he's okay, but he's not worth double the amount everyone else is on. Right, so I think we're okay, I suppose, at left back. I mean, I probably will look to get rid of this guy. So right wing back, right back. Yeah, very pacey player. Again, they seem to be quite well-rounded, decent crossing. So we've got 2 fullbacks that can cross. That's pretty good. He's not the best mentally. Not an awful lot of green. Positioning is not very good, so probably he looks more of a. Yeah, I was going to say I hadn't quite looked at the positions yet. He looks more of a winger to me because he's not very good defensively. 5'9". Yeah, I'll probably get away with him like I'll probably use him obviously as an attacking wing back. I mean, he's got good natural fitness, so he's going to be able to overlap and bomb on ahead. So I always forget whether he's out on loan and the other blue colour is in on loan. I always forget that. Centre back. Oh, we haven't really got another right wing back or right full back, so that's going to be probably a priority. Unless this guy. Not really. I don't really like makeshift. I always like to have specialised full backs, not ones that can play both centre back and full back. We've got too many centre backs here straight away. I mean, we've got 3 loaned out. We've still got too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So, and he's 36-year-old. He's on $7 grand a week. I mean, he's 33. He's on $6 grand a week almost. $7 grand a week, 10k a week. I mean, he must be I was going to say he must be the best because he's key player. 10k. Not too bad. Let's have a look at. See what we'll change this. Defensive attributes. So I like to look for obviously jump in reach for centre backs. Heading. What's heading? Oh yeah. Heading, jump and reach is good. He's not the fastest. Montavani. But apart from that, he's pretty decent. I think he's older, isn't he? 33. His mentals are okay. I do like a ball playing centre back, and he's not really the greatest at that. Poor technique, poor passing from this level. You know, it's that Spanish second division. You expect better, especially well, no, he's not really on that much money, I suppose, but yeah, overall, I think we're gonna look to shift on a few of these older players. So let's look at midfield. I mean, I want the videos to be roughly, I don't know, not too long, 20 minutes, 30 minutes max, I guess. Because I mean, this one's obviously going to be longer because it's just the intro and everything. But while I get an overview of what I plan to do and how I plan to do it, and having a look through the squad's always going to take a little bit of time, and it's not going to take that much time in the future, obviously, unless I make signings or make changes. So, I tell you what, I'm going to go back to my custom view here, just because Castilla, I don't normally like to play with a DM. As I said, I do like to play with a 4-2-3-1. It's very versatile, and you can tweak it. I was watching a Busternet video about 4-1-4-1 yesterday, so that's something I might look at doing. And if I did do that, then we've definitely got definitely Javi Castellano. I like him. Sentimental reasons, I'd probably put him in the team, but this guy looks... let's compare them. Let's have a look. Javi Castellano. I don't think there's anyone else here from previous years, to be fair. I suppose Rafa Mir he's the guy from, is it Barcelona? Young kid. He's in the Spanish under-21 squad currently. Where's Castellano there? I'm trying to compare Castellano with Castellano. What's the other guy's name? Mesa. Oh God. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at them. So Castellano's obviously much better mentally, defending a little bit better physically, better in the air, but Mesa's better technically, better going forward, and he's a bit more about him in regards to creating things, vision. But this is the guy that I would start with, Castellano, just because he's experienced, got better mentals, and probably I would be looking at captain material at the moment: leadership, determination, bravery. So I think he may end up being my captain. Not going to be playing him at defensive midfield. I don't know why it's come up defensive midfield. I suppose he's versatile. I mean, he's not even coming up on the roles that he can play. He's not a choice for me. So there's just the two. So that's all we need to look at there. Unless I've got some tick that I'm not supposed to. No, I haven't. So midfielders. Let's have a look then. I'll get rid of the ones that are on loan. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Oh, does that mean the one's in on loan now as well? Yes, it does. Okay. Not at club. There we go. So we're sorting by position. Looked at these two. Gabriel Peñalba. I think it's Peña, like Peñalba. Why is this squad so old? Everybody's so old. This is going to be... I mean, short-term wise, it's not going to be much of a problem, but there's just seemed so much wage being taken up by people that are just old. 33, 35. The 36-year-old defender, the two goalkeepers were both old. The fullbacks are relatively old. The right fullback was okay, I think, wasn't he? Yeah, Lemos is pretty young, wherever he's gone. He's already on there, 25, so I think a refresh is definitely needed. I know there was like 4 key players, wasn't there, in the squad status. None of them are midfielders, which is great, so I haven't really got a stoned out midfielder, maybe. This guy's a winger. I like the look of him already, 22. Either foot inside forward? Yeah. Not too bad. He's okay, isn't he? He must have been, I was going to say, he strikes me as like a Barcelona type player. Ball-footed, decent technicals. But it's Real Madrid he's come from. Loan listed though, which is baffling really, because I don't really have many other players. They've got a 35-year-old. It was, well, let's be honest, he's good, but I mean, you're not going to be able to do much with this. Like, he's more of an impact sub, I think, really more than anything, if you're going to use him at all. Penny Yalba. I do like this guy though. He's probably going to be the creator. Not much pace, not much natural fitness either, to be fair, but he's pretty well rounded technically and mentally. Positioning's not great, so he's not really going to be looking behind him and trying to stop things going behind him. He's just going to really focus on what's in front of him and creating. Obviously, the suggestion as a playmaker or a advanced or deep lying playmaker. Sorry, don't really play with the Metala very often. I tend to go with a deep line playmaker. I do like playing this role, advanced playmaker, but in a more advanced role behind the striker, number 10 role. Inigo, is this the guy from Bilbao? I'm sure he used to play for Bilbao. Let's have a look. He did indeed, yeah. I recognise his name. Inigo Ruiz de Galarreta. Yeah, all these Basque names. It's so difficult to pronounce. Ander Herrera is a bit easier to pronounce. Interesting career. He's not too bad though. Again, I think at the moment, depending on what, I think I'd probably look at him as first choice. Off the ball's not. That's something I like. I like my midfielders to be good off the ball, to be able to pop up in the right positions and cover. When we lose possession. So, what was the other guys off the ball? Penalba. So he was much better, obviously, but he's like 10 years older, so you'd expect that, I guess. Timor, attacking midfielder. Is that all the midfielders we've got? Does that include attacking midfielders? Oh, so we have got a few more, but they're like... this is going to be... I might end up playing the 4-1-4-1 here, because we haven't really got an awful lot of number 10. We haven't really got any number 10s. We've got, like I mentioned, this guy, I think he's from Barcelona. Why did I think he was from Barcelona? He's at Wolves. Oh, Valencia, of course he is. I'm thinking of... Who am I thinking of? I don't know. Oh, no, it's not Alenia. I'm not thinking of Alenia. Is he on loan? Can I get him on loan? He'd be good. Oh, he is. I might try and get him. That'd be a good signing, to be fair. I like him. Right, let's get back into this anyway. I'm wasting enough time. These are the Fidel. We didn't look at him. Solid winger. Solid winger. Good all round. He's not really got many weaknesses apart from poor determination. Everything else is pretty good for a winger. I don't tend to play with wingers that often, and not really on the left hand side. I like to play with an inside forward on the left and a wing on the right. But I might switch that around because I like him. Moves into channels, hugs a lot. Yeah, so he's great as a winger. He stays on the outside and whips balls in. Let me get this, hang on. Slavoljub Cernic. I was going to say it must be from Red Star or Partizan Pin. Oh, look at them. Those are some solid mentals. Another good inside forward. So we've got a few good wingers and inside forwards. Right footed, so obviously he's going to be cutting in. Looks to pass rather than attempting to square. It's not too bad as an inside forward. On support as well, so you'd probably be looking at your winger on the attack duty on the other wing. Danny Bloom, who's he on? He's from Frankfurt. Why are they all left-sided? Suppose we could do left-sided inside forward here. Why? I hate it when it does this. Just show me. Inside forward. Doesn't really matter, does it? finishing's not the best. Passing is not too bad. His vision's not good though, is it? For someone with good flair, and he's got poor vision, composure, and probably not going to be first choice. Probably a good bench option as a rotation. I don't think I've missed anybody out. Oh, I've not looked at him. Cedric. Oh no, I have, yeah, of course I did. Yeah, so let's have a look at the strikers. So I'm assuming it. Oh, Ruben Castro. Bloody hell, I didn't realise he was here. Real Betis player, ex-Betis player anyway. He's a good player. Nice advance forward. Yeah, it should be good for me this season. 36-year-old though. I mean, look, like he's one of the best players in the team, and he's on £9,000 a week. And this guy, the left back, he's on. Oh, I recognise his name, Araujo. Oh, so I've got two pretty good advanced forwards, two good forwards there. Along with this guy, Rafa Mia. I don't know how you pronounce that. Probably Mia. So decisions to be made there really. Peckhart. I'm sure did he used to play in the Championship? Was for somebody, or in England? Yes, he did. Tottenham. I recognise his name as well. Check. So he's a decent target. What was he? 6'5". Plays you back to goal. Does not move in each channel. So if you put him in there, he's going to stick in there, and he's going to 1-2s would be nice as a PPM. But he's not too bad, is it? As like a target man. So I mean, my starting 11 is not going to be. I don't actually know what system we're going to play as of yet. Let's have a look. I mean, my first inclination would be to do this, but I don't feel like we've got enough here, and I don't feel like we've got enough defensive cover to play this. I feel like we're a bit light in this area as well. Just purely because we've got two defensive midfielders and two midfielders that have got poor off the ball, and are both playmakers basically that don't really do an awful lot of defensive work. So I think I'm going to experiment with it. I think because I think why is it doing that? I mean, obviously it's not. I will go for this. We'll try this. Something like that with. I think Araujo will probably be the AF. Castellano. Oh, nice. They're on holiday. I can't select them. Well, let's have a look at the mentality and the actual tactics themselves. So, I think in possession, a little bit wider. I like to play out defence. I like ball playing defenders. I like short passing. I like to keep this on standard, and then adjust in game depending on how it's going. If we need to change things up a bit, if we need to increase the, increase the attacking impetus, so we can try and like go up a gear. Like I think this is a good tool to do that, to just up the tempo and zip it about a bit more and try and open up gaps and spaces and exploit space. So I think that is okay. I don't know about wide. I mean, we've got a packed midfield, so we can play with some width and not worry about leaving too much space. We're not playing the wing overlapping. We're not playing passing at space. I mean, there's going to be a lot of space here, so I think that's probably an interesting. I'll leave that off for now. I like my players to run at the defence, and I like to be more expressive. I think if you look, considering the actual expectations this season, the third place expectations, it would tell me that my players are probably better than most of the other players in this division. So this is going to also impact my out of possession. So I think I'm going to play a bit of a high defensive line but a lowered line of engagement to leave this space to try and hit teams, because it always happens when you play against a lower rep team or a lower ability team, and you know, they're basically in this area here, and your team is, you know, just boxed in. You have them totally boxed in, and your team end up taking a lot of long shots, wasting a lot of opportunities trying to break through. So I think the best thing I'm finding at the moment, I've been experimenting with that recently with my save with Manchester United, also Malmo, because we are the best team in Sweden on that particular save. I'm finding a lot of teams to sit back against us, and it obviously happens a lot in FM, where you come up against a team that's not as good as you, so they sit back. So I think an interesting tactic is to pull a little further back yourself and try and invite them out to hit the space in behind them. I mean, that works if you've got quick players, I suppose. I mean, we've got a few. I mean, Araujo, the striker, is pretty quick. Let me get up the midfield and attack midfielders and go back to squad view and look at the physicals for the acceleration. Lemos as well, to be fair. If he's playing as a attacking fullback or wing back, then he's going to be able to get forward. Rafa Mia, Fidel, and they're all relatively quick. So these are going to be, and particularly with Galarreta and the other guy, what's his name, Peñalba, is going to be able to play balls in behind, potentially hit teams, you know, and that's where I think this is probably going to come in handy, playing balls over the top and running onto them if we're exploiting the space left by teams. So I think that's pressing wise. I think defensively we'll go a bit narrower. Teams will struggle to break down this kind of shape. We're going to leave either of these unchecked. You can't really do this and then ask for short goalkeeper distribution, because that just breaks your lines. I am going to press a bit more urgently though. I'm not going to do offside trap, because I never do offside trap. I'm going to also, because this is a fairly, I would say, safe formation, I'm going to regroup instead of counter press, because again, counter press, if we get it wrong or we're not that good, we're going to leave gaps ourselves and counter, obviously. Ball playing defence, so I'm going to go centre backs, take short kicks. And I think that's kind of the base of where I'm going to start. I mean, as far as roles go, sweeper keeper, I like a nice sweeper keeper on support duty. I think the goalkeeper we've got can play it. Let's have a look at him. Raul Fernandez was the main man, wasn't he? Yeah, he's going to be great as a sweeper keeper. Not very eccentric. He's not got the best first touch, but he's actually a relatively good keeper. I mean, he's 30 years old, so he's not going to get much better, but he's pretty decent. One-on-ones is good, so if you need him, he's going to be decent. In positioning is good. I mean, you'd expect him to be a bit better with this if he's going to be able to, you know, distribute effectively. But where's his distribution? 13, 11. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, we'll definitely use him on sweeper keeper. I'm probably going to have to, I don't know what the financial situation is like with regards to money, so probably I like to do this and then this, just because I like to have a base of, you know, players that are able to play the ball and pass around comfortably. Defensive midfield is fine. I don't really want to play with a half-back. Don't think that's necessary. Neither is anchorman. Defensive midfield is fine, because I think Castellano is going to be able to get forward at times as well. He's got a bit of about him where he can pick a pass or, you know, slide someone through as well. So he's going to be defensive midfield is just going to be fine. This one's going to be this is going to be my attacking side, and he's going to be obviously supporting, because you can't have two bombing on either side. So you're going to have a wing back support this side, and then not too sure about these two roles yet. We'll get when we get the players back, I will suss those out, and then we'll revisit that in another video. But I'll definitely go with deep line playmaker support, deep line playmaker defend. And I think that's pretty much how we're going to set up. Probably we'll look to do another tactic, but I think this is okay for now. We won't go too much more into detail today into this. We'll cover some other things like, let's have a look at how much we've got to spend exactly, because that's going to be, well, we've got some money, but because of some idiots that have given players too much money, I can't really do an awful lot with it really. So we're going to have to sell. We're going to have to get rid of some players. And obviously I've got one in mind. Or a few in mind. So I like him, but 13 grand a week is a backup. You know, these guys here, first team players, key players, and they're on 7, 8, 9 grand a week. This guy's a backup on 13 grand a week. Who the hell gave him that contract? He's aging as well. When does his deal run out? 2020, so he's got 2 years left. It was expiring this year. So we're going to have these players. He's going back to Valencia or Wolves or whatever he was. He's going back to Frankfurt. Cedres. I like him, so I'll probably be renewing him. Actually, maybe not. I think we can do better. He's a decent player this season, but we'll do better than him in future. This guy definitely going. Well, all these are probably going to be good. 30. You know, I'm not going to keep any of these. So that's going to be 20 grand there saved at the end of this season. Are they paying his wages, or are we paying them? Yeah, so we're paying the wages here. Do you know what? No. I'm half tempted to get rid of him. We've got 3 pretty good strikers. I feel like I almost don't need this guy. But I'm not sure yet. Have we got any options on them? I've probably looked at this already. I've got 7 million release clause. We haven't got the actual option ourselves, but we have got the release clause if we want him. But I can't see us spending that type of money on that player. He's not available. Right, okay. So I think I'll be looking to move some players out. Well, the other thing about that as well is my reputation. I chose to start with a C license and what was the other one that I started with? Professional footballer local. So like, I didn't go for Sunday League and I didn't go for like no badges. I went for kind of like semi-realistic. Because none of them are going to respect me. Well, it's not too bad at the moment. But as soon as I start trying to shift players that are, high up on the hierarchy. Well, actually, he's down there, so he's not really good. I don't really think he's going to cause too much of a fuss. Right, we'll offer him out right now. See if anybody wants him. He's worth 1.1 million. 20 grand. I'd love to get that back. £1 million. £1 million would be lovely because we could use that. Probably get 1 or 2 players with that. If we're looking, I haven't even explained that yet. To be fair, I'm going to be looking to get high quality youth players in. Not only to just come in and do a job, but to obviously resale value and potential big money transfers, which is something I like to do in my in my games. So I think that's an interesting prospect. Well, it's not prospect. It's just it's one of my philosophies as a manager on this game. Right, let's have a look who we're going to get rid of. So I definitely need a new right fullback as a backup at the very least. I can't really afford to get rid of any of these four, because these are pretty much this is my midfield pretty much, with this guy as well. That's all the central midfields I've got, so I'm going to need to strengthen there at the very least. Probably going to get rid of one of these guys, and it's probably going to be him. I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to have a think about this. Obviously, I'm going to come back when this has all been kind of finalised, and I'm not going to show friendlies either. I'm just going to go through, because I like to play on comprehensive highlights and it takes hours, so I'm obviously going to not show all of that. I'll come back and summarise after all that and where we are regarding transfers and obviously trying to get rid of some of these players. So we'll come to that in a future video, probably the next video. I'll probably upload like 2 or 3 at once, just purely because I want to get into this save and I want to enjoy it. So I'll kind of do a few at a time. Right, what's next up? Training. I think training is a good place to start next. This is getting to be a longish video, so I'll go through this quickly. But I think I'm going to do a lot of. I'm not going to make my own schedule at the moment, and I'll probably just do a lot of heavy early, a lot of endurance work. Heavy early. When does the season start? Season starts in 26th of August, so we've got plenty of time. Almost 2 months. Well, pretty much 2 months we've got, so we've got a full month. We're not quite, because we don't come back. So we've definitely got 3 weeks of endurance training there. Heavy early. We'll taper it off. I think we'll do this is going to be obviously where the pre-season friendlies are. So I'll work on this in the meantime, because this is getting pretty long now. Alright, one thing I haven't looked at, obviously the youth players. So is there any that immediately stick out? Not really in the under-19s. In the B team, Kirian, he's not too bad, could do a job. Not too bad at all. Should have done this a lot earlier, to be fair. I totally forgot that we'd have another a couple of teams to look through. I'll also go through this off camera, or off video, not on camera technically. And we've got a couple of good high potential midfielder, which is nice. He looks pretty good for. I mean, he's 20-year-old, but he's not that good for 20-year-old. And Josep Martinez, yeah. So we'll go through I'll go through those in more detail and pick out the ones that I like and maybe include them in the squad. Finances wise, we've looked at this already. We're going to need to do something about the wages. Yeah, as you can see, in the game they were relegated last year from the Spanish First Division, but in real life they've just finished 12th, so there's no chance of them getting back into the Premier Division this season, but hopefully next year, because they are a club that I enjoy looking out for the results and things like that. What's the facilities like? So we've got good, average, so basic starting point. Got a decent sized stadium. Gran Canaria, nice place. Affiliates. So we've not got any big clubs that can sponge off. Yeah, I think that's pretty much, apart from stuff like staff, which obviously I'll do myself, which takes a bit of time and it's tedious, but I'll go for that and I'll summarise again in another video. Apart from that, I think that's all for this video. Now I'll wrap it up here and say hopefully see you next time. This has been the Matzala, and I'm signing off now. Adios.